Okay, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We just have one item on the agenda, so we have approval of the agendas next. Does anybody have any changes? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Okay, motion made by
I'll
Brad.
second that.
Second by David. Any further? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion passes. Next is Mr. Roach from Solid Waste, request to fill vacancy.
Okay. Can I fill the vacancy?
So you have a part-time position.
Yeah, how much data do you need to give you guys?
Anything you want. That more the better is, I think.
Okay. In September, Jacob Crafton, he put in his 2 weeks notice, at which point I let you guys or let the auditor's office know that I wanted to replace him. I was told that there would need to be a meeting. I wasn't able to make it to that meeting, so it got pushed to the next meeting.
Mhm.
The next meeting was during the Witches Walk thing. And again, I do things to help the community, but I'm also going to take care of my family. My daughter wanted to go, so that took priority. That extended another time, then to the next meeting where we finally meet, and then you guys approved that I could hire Jacob. Since that time, we've already had somebody else quit. And so I really just want to be able to maintain the status quo of employees that I had when I started this and not have to come in every time one of them decides to not show up anymore because it's very difficult to fill this with quality employees. And I've done my best to hire and fire as I can, but I'm also not going to keep taking time to do this every time. So if you guys can give me like a year to just, I was told I was doing this for 90 days anyway. And I many times said, remind, hey, 90 days, do you guys have anything else? Do you guys want me to work on something in particular? It's very difficult for me to sit around, things not working and not fix them. But I'm also not going to push a lot to fix these things either. So if you guys want me to do it, I'll do it. I can do pretty much anything from start to finish. You guys, just let me do it. Unless there's something that's been happening wrong down there that I'm not aware of. I haven't talked to any of you guys about anything. You guys don't talk to me about it. So as far as I know, I'm doing everything right. And I'm probably doing things that you guys didn't even ask for that are better than what were happening before. So can you guys just let me work like I was working with the commissioners, where I can just do this and make your thing work and not have to convince you guys to make things better, please?
So the part-time position is just a vacancy and he's asking to refill it. And then I think we were just talking right before the meeting and that the handbook, I think it's in the handbook is what it is anytime any vacancy is open in any different department, it's just kind of across the board. It's not particularly just for you. So that they would have to come forward
I understand.
and ask to replace.
One of the things when I was asked to help with this is I said, I don't want to deal with any of these meetings. I don't want to deal with politics. I don't, because it's too slow for how I work. But I was willing to help and make this work. Jacob's already trained. Mm-hmm. And the idea that I had to come in to convince you guys that somebody that's already trained was a hard worker and was missed. Can we please get him back at $12 an hour? Is there any other department that gets paid $12 an hour? What do you think, Chris? What's the lowest paid department?
I do not know off the top of my head.
What would you ballpark?
I would say you guys are the lowest paid.
So, and that's after I pushed to get raises for these guys. And it's still hard to fill these roles. So let me staff it.
I'll entertain a motion to fill the position.
I'll make a
We have
motion.
one
to
position or two positions we have to fill?
Right now, just one, but I'm about to lose another one again in like a week. And then we can do this again. Because every time that it delays, and that means that the people that are working down there,
Short.
yeah, and it's hard, and it's stressful, and they're frustrated. And it's not one of those jobs where it's just, it's not go, go, go. It's here's a whole bunch of stuff, and then take a break. Here's a whole bunch of stuff, and take a break. So it's difficult to tell what's actually needed on site without being on site. And there's lots of times there's nothing to do, but then there's other times that the city's running trash and suddenly trailer after trailer after trailer is coming in and one guy quit, another guy didn't show up that day, and the guys that really want to work hard are killing themselves to make it work. So I know that the department could be a lot better, but it's hard to staff.
By statute, we're not allowed to give him carte blanche to replace these positions, then, isn't that what you're saying, Kelly?
What is it?
By statute, we're not allowed to just say, hey, anytime you've got a vacancy, fill it.
It's not really statute, it's just per the handbook. It's for all
Yeah.
departments. It would have to be like a carve out for solid waste if you did that, because everybody else has to follow that same.
I hear this
Policy.
frustration, but I don't know that we.
Okay, I hired 3 people during the last year without checking with you guys. So how did I do that?
I'm not sure.
I think
So
it was in the
I'm-
building part of it, and we
No,
did
no, no,
not
this
know.
happened in like January and February and that, and each time you guys said, well, you guys need to meet with the council. And then I believe the commissioner said, just let them hire them. So,
Well, the commissioners cannot tell the council what to do. They're 2 separate government
so
entities.
either way, I know that I've
Yeah,
hired multiple
yeah.
people without
It's-
checking with you guys. And nobody came back and said, hey, fire that guy, they're not supposed to be there. So, if there are rules, I don't get them, because,
Well, the rules are in place to prevent a snowball.
yeah, I got that.
And again, you've proven yourself
Not
that that's not what's going on at your facility.
These guys, we had employees, same amount of staff, and they were all working 39 hours a week. That way they were part-time. And then now, we brought them all down to 29 hours a week. So that means that's, 7 employees? That's about 70 hours that we lost in the transition. And during that time, I've tried to make sure that we have people in there to do the job. And there have been some people that have been really kind of scandalous, taking advantage of the systems and realizing, oh, it's hard for me to be replaced. So I'm gonna just run around and do whatever I want. I'm gonna go log in to my time clock from McDonald's. Oh, they don't care about that. I'm gonna clock in this morning from my house. And I've let people know about that. That guy I wasn't told to fire that guy. So I get that there's rules, but if I'm breaking a rule, it's because it shouldn't be there. Everything I do is to make things right. So.
If there's someone clocking in and out, or that,
Well,
and they're not
don't
actually.
worry. He already quit last week, and before I could get his information, you guys gave him a letter saying that he wasn't employed there anymore, so that he could go and get cheaper housing. Like I
Oh,
said,
well,
there's a
we didn't
lot-
do that. I don't
Oh,
know.
no, the office did.
Okay,
The office.
I wasn't aware of any of that, so I just wanted to make
Right,
sure.
there's a lot that you guys aren't aware of.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've ran all kinds of things at various scales. I'm not gonna mess up your stuff. I'm not gonna take advantage of your stuff. There's nothing to take advantage of, but I can make it better. So that's all I'm asking, man. Just let me do the job that you guys asked me to do. Or,
Do you have a resignation for the other position you think is gonna leave?
uh,
I mean, we could go ahead and consider 2.
no, he hasn't left yet. I don't wanna assume, but he's,
Okay, okay.
so he's the last guy that I hired, Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan's a hard worker, but his dad works at like, ATC Wheel or one of the big factories around here. So he's just waiting until he can
Oh.
step into that. You know, most of the hard workers around here all work at the factories. So it's very hard to find people that don't, because if they're qualified, they're gonna go there. So I have to qualify people that are unqualified.
Does anybody have anything for Mr. Roach? Or?
I'll make the motion that we allow him to fill the part-time position, and as far as we can do that at this time.
I second that.
Okay,
What happens if I hire somebody without checking with you guys?
well, I wasn't aware that you did that.
I
So,
know, that's why I'm asking,
um,
what happens? Because there's a rule book and I've done it. So they're not really rules if I've already done it and nobody cared.
well, it really shouldn't have ever passed through the auditor's office, I don't think, because that's a whole HR setup and everything. I wouldn't think, but
It's not that we didn't care, it's
Yeah.
that we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
anyway.
Right, because, and that's the thing, I have to come and I have to
So
ask you
that
guys
is
to
an
vote on
internal
stuff
control
that
issue,
you
it
guys don't
sounds
know
like.
anything about.
I thought maybe it
Yeah.
was just initially when we first started that you made.
yeah, like when you first, when this
No.
county first took over solid
No way.
waste. So it's
No way.
been recent in the last
When
year.
it first took over, then I was doing it quick.
Yeah,
Then I slowed it down a little bit. I think the last guy was February or March that I hired without checking with you guys. And since then, I've let him be kind of a dirtbag for 6 months or so, 8 months, because no one really cares. So I can either do the job caring as little as most of the people that seem to do, or I can do the job the way that I do a job, and I'll probably piss some people off too. But
Can he,
I'll do it right.
can he ask, so that he doesn't have to appear, can he ask to be put on the agenda and then we just go through the process without him having to come before us?
I mean, people have done that before. They would just send an email or something, here's the situation if you aren't able
But I
to
did
attend.
that. I did that with you guys, and you guys still made me come in. And then I came in, I said, okay, so what are the questions you have for me? And you said, well, we just want to let you know that, the budget's tight and all that. And I said, so there's no actual questions for me? There wasn't.
Yeah, that was, I'll take responsibility for that, yes.
And then I don't know if you recognized me then when you talked to me at the Republican Party, then right afterwards at the end.
Okay,
I was at the end of the line, you were checking on my wife.
got,
So, anyway, let me know what you guys want me to do.
There's a motion to allow you to fill. Is that what your motion is, Brad?
yes.
No, by Brad, I think. And then did you second it?
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not, take a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Motion passes 6-0.
That's the motion to hire a person.
That's correct, to
Okay.
refill the vacant position.
Okay, I'm gonna have Jacob come over here right now and start filling out his stuff. I already talked to him this morning.
Okay.
Good.
What about with the other stuff? Can I get a motion on that stuff to just let me do the job? And if there's a problem, you guys let me know? Like,
Well-
it's already this many people, right? I'm not trying to go beyond that. I just want to know that when I drop a person, because we're running bare minimum. So if I drop a person, I need to be able to fill them back in quick. And if they know that I'll drop them right away, they'll behave better. Because that's what I did right away when I got in.
How does everybody feel about that? I see what you're saying, but I don't think it would be fair to all the other departments.
That's my thought too.
I'm happy to go look into all the other departments when I'm done if you like.
To look into them for what?
Whatever you like. I'm pretty good at finding information. I can do forensic accounting if you guys really want.
Does anybody else have any?
I think the only issue here is just when you have someone resign, you have to replace them. You just follow those rules that everyone else does.
Well, I just want to be able to hire them immediately. I want to be able to replace them immediately. and
Well, we
not
can
take
call
2
meetings
weeks or a
pretty
month.
quickly.
48 hours. It does
Okay.
take 48 hours, but we can do that right away.
Okay,
So
so
you
if you guys
don't
are
have to
good with
wait a
that-
month. Yeah.
If you guys are good with that, I'll
Yeah,
do
if it's
that.
something urgent that, we can always call a special meeting.
Okay.
Does that work? That way we're not treating, we can do that for any department, honestly. If
Hey,
there's something that's
if you
urgent.
guys want to be inconvenienced regularly, then I guess I'll be inconvenienced regularly. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to offer to make this more efficient.
Well, I personally don't mind if that's what it takes, if it's something that's urgent and we
And
can
I
call a
would s-
meeting within 48 hours as long as we can get a quorum.
And if you're not able to attend, we'll go ahead and make the motion here and get it approved, and technically it'll be done without inconvenience.
That would be awesome. And I'm fine doing that too. I don't mind working with the system, but I need to be able to work too.
And we need to be able to do consistency for all employees across the board, so that everybody feels like they're heard and they're being treated fairly. That's
Okay.
a thought, I don't know.
I think consistency across the board is great for everybody. What is the lowest paid employee?
Currently, right now, the solid waste.
So you guys don't want to have consistency across the board for everything.
You are correct.
So obviously, there's exceptions in things. So anyway, well, I guess we'll do it that way. I'll send them the letters when you guys want it. And if you guys can approve it that way, then you guys don't have to see me again.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I thought it would sound good to you guys.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
Appreciate it.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Thank you
At this
very
time.
much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make
If
that
there's nothing
motion.
else. Motion made by Paul,
Second.
second by Gail. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is, meeting is adjourned. Okay.